Yeah, this week, I mean, glorious weather in sunny Bedfordshire. It's getting about 30 degrees. This is kind of the end of the weekend now. We've run a level 1 kind of weekend really for folk in the Bedfordshire area. One or two guys have come down from Scotland and basically done a revision session, put some guys through the level 1 and also done an assessment only day, which has worked really well because great facilities down here, as you can see, and the weather's been outstanding. But the early part of the week we had kind of an evening free after setting up, so I went out and did a stoke to try and get a muntjac on Paul's place, and then the following morning early down onto one of the other estates that Paul manages, and weather absolutely superb. And what I particularly enjoyed, I mean, apart from the fact it's different terrain for me, always nice to come and stoke on somebody else's patch. It's actually a privilege to be allowed to do that, to be honest, and thanks to Paul at Childerley for that. Childerley Sporting. The cover is incredibly high. And the muntjac are diminutive deer, and I particularly enjoyed, you know, the fieldcraft. You've got to employ proper stoking techniques. You can't see the deer. It really is move a little bit, stand a little bit, look a lot into the open area. And I like the fact the muntjac are always scurrying around, so you've got to have your wits about you. So it's been really enjoyable to actually do that over the last kind of evening and morning. But then now we sort of just finished our training session, and that's everybody kind of finished and washed up and gone home. So it's been a successful weekend and a very enjoyable weekend, and the gods have shined on us weather-wise. We've got a bit of an hour or two to kill in the evening, so rather than sitting in the bar, we're just going to have a little wander around, see if we can find a little cool muntjac. Problem on a nice evening like this is quite a few people walking around. It's quite a busy area, so you've got to be quite careful. It's a little bit tricky. There's somebody over there now. I mean, but at the end of the day, the deer are kind of used to people. So I'm not necessarily hold a great deal of hope. It's got a good head of deer on here, but the conditions and people and cover are a little bit against us, but we'll have a look and see if we can find anything. I've got some of the guys are using estate rifle over the course of the weekend, so I haven't brought my usual kit down. I've got the little Ruger 243 down here, which is a nice kind of calibre for these. We're going to be using it on the range tomorrow, so that's the rifle I've got out with me tonight. So we shall go and have a look. But unfortunately, because of that, it's really quite pleasant now. There's a lot of people walking around. There's a couple just walked on the back here. There's some fishing on the dam. Got quite a little corner here. The sun's quite high, but I think what we're going to do is there's a tower tucked in the corner, so I think just let everything settle down and we'll just go and sit in the tower for a bit. It gives us a better view down into the cover. I mean, you can see how high the cover is. Really so hard to see anything in here. We'll just go sit in there. Still quite early, and just see if anything starts to move about. Okay, perseverance has paid off. We could have shot a couple of bucks up there, but bucks weren't on the menu. Quite a nice buck. There was a doe, young female doe in the pen, but he's shooting through the wire, so no safe shot. And then we got into another decent buck down here, and just got a doe just crossing, following the same line that the buck did. So a little bit obscured at first, but she came clear just down here. Shot's about 90 yards, so just let everything settle down, and then I'll go and we'll get her recovered to do a quick suspended grollock in here, and then I think that's been a successful evening. It didn't feel right. The first place we were stalking just didn't feel right. I don't like it when there are people about, and just didn't feel good about it, but I quite like the look of this place. It's quieter. It just really felt right. It felt deery, and shot the one here, so I'll get that recovered. Okay, so bonny little doe, beautiful condition. Just below the low neck shot there. Never felt the thing straight down. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get the S-hooks and do a suspended grollock in here nice and quickly, and then the car's just down there, so we'll get her back into the larder. Okay, I think it's looking a bit like rain actually. We're all geared up for summer weather. Anyway, we'll see what happens. We've just come out, shot a nice muntjac last night. We've just come over to a different estate, and we're just going to have a look here for an hour this morning, just before people start kicking around. It's really early, and the wind's tricky. It's kind of blowing from our back, so I'm going to head out across the fields here, then kind of come back into a kind of largish wood at the bottom. Again, the cover is going to be very, very high, but I think there's some bluebells and that in the bottom of that wood, and I think we'll maybe just be able to see a little bit. So that's the plan this morning. So we're just going to have an hour. We've got some training to do, breakfast time, so we can't be too long. Let's see if we can get another one. actually. It's a beautiful morning. There's a little bit of breeze, it's just against us a bit. But we've got a little bit of open ground here where the bluebells have died back, so I can actually see. And we got a young doe just moving around. It came clear and then it moved and I couldn't get a shot. But we've just stood for a little while. I thought it had gone into this patch of nettles and it's just sort of worked out the other side. Just managed to get a little gap between the trees and bark to stop it, which has given me just enough of her neck to see and take me a shot. So I can see it's just gone straight down across there, so we'll go and recover that. We'll do another field grommet. Nice small group of fallow just on there, which was good to see. And I do like the melanistic fallow. Just a small group of does. But it's a really, really nice morning. Left a couple of decent bucks, not shooting bucks on here, the big ones. And I'm looking for a doe, which is what we've got. So I'll go and recover that. Got plenty of trees to do a suspended growler on. This morning, come onto a different estate. It's about a 25-30 minute drive from Paul's. Very pretty estate this actually. Filming some fallow this morning, nice buck as we got in, and then this young doe just in the woodland to our left. So we've got her nicely cleaned up. We'll get her in the row sack, back up to the larder, and then it'll be breakfast time, and then range work this afternoon. So nice start to the morning. Beautiful down here, not a soul about. It's a shame almost to take a shot, it feels like you're disturbing it, but it needs to be done. So we'll get this one back.